Today we will be discussing about management, nature of management, meaning and its importance. Now what is management? You have heard this word in every sphere of life, whether it is management of school, whether it is management of a cricket team, whether it is management of a business organization. So what is the real meaning of management? Now, man is a social being, and every human being has some needs. It may be social, it may be economic. And therefore, in order to satisfy these social needs, men have to work together. They have to work together in organized groups and institutions so that the economic and social needs of people can be satisfied. As a result of that, there are several types of groups. It may be a family, it may be a business organization, it may be a cricket team, it may be a political organization, it may be a cultural organization, but each and every group has some objectives. And these groups can achieve their goals effectively only when the efforts of the people working in these groups are properly coordinated and controlled. The task of getting results through others by coordinating their efforts is known as management. So the work of management is to see that the objectives of any organization, whether it is political, social, cultural or business, is achieved by the people and by coordinating the efforts of the people who are working in that organization. Now the meaning of management has evolved over a period of time. First we had the classical concept. Classical concept was the earlier concept of management. According to the classical concept, more stress was given on the processes that are present in management. In management, we have different processes. For example, planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. Now, in the classical concept, more stress was given on these functions of management and the processes of management, due to which the goals of the organization can be achieved. Next, we have the productivity concept. According to the productivity concept, the sole objective of management is to increase the productivity so that the goal of the organization can be achieved with the minimum of results. Next, we have the neoclassical concept, which is also known as the human relations approach. According to this approach, the role of people working in the organization is considered to be more important, and we consider that to be management, the people who are working. Fourth, we have the leadership concept, which is also known as the decision making concept. This particular concept gives more focus on decision making and leadership. In every organization, decisions are to be taken, and there must be a leader, a person who guides the actions of others. So according to this concept, we say that management is more of decision making and leadership. And lastly, we have the modern concept, which is the latest. In the modern concept, we lay more stress on the coordination of the efforts. It may be the coordination of human and material resources towards the achievement of the objectives of the organization, as well as the organization of the productive functions essential for achieving the goals of the organization. So here the main stress is on the coordination aspect, the coordination of men, materials, and resources for the achievement of the goals of the organization. Now, let us come to management as an activity. Now, what do you mean by management as an activity? Now, management as an activity means the art of getting things done through the efforts of other people. So, as an activity, management guides, directs, and regulates human efforts towards achievement of certain common goals. It integrates the inputs of men, money, material, machinery, and methods to achieve a particular goal. Now, this men, money, material, machinery, and methods are known as the 5 M's of management. And management occupies the central place in all these 5 M's. Now, as an activity, it has certain implications. We can say that management is an interpersonal activity because people have to interact with one another. It is a group activity because here the management coordinates the efforts of a group of people. It is goal oriented. Every management always strives to achieve certain goals. And it is a decisional activity because management has to take decisions not only to achieve the organizational goal but also to carry on the day-to-day activities. Next, we have management as a group. Now, when we refer to management as a group, it refers to all those people who are working together in an organization. In a business organization, we may have a board of directors, chief executives, heads of the different departments, and so on. All these people, they are working together. All from the chief executive to the first line supervisor, all of them are working together for achieving the organization goal. Then we come to management as a discipline. Now, what do you mean by discipline? It means a specialized body of knowledge which involves the study of certain principles and practices. We can also say that management is a discipline because it implies a specialized branch of knowledge which involves the study of principles and practices for administration. There are now several renowned institutions in which management is taught as a specialized body of knowledge. Like in our country, we have the IIMs, Indian Institute of Management. There, management training is given to upcoming managers. Even though management is a comparatively young discipline, but it is a very fast growing and independent subject of study. It is a social science and it has become a very popular subject of study because without management, no activity can be done in the best possible manner. Next is management as a process. Now, what do you mean by process? It means the activities which are undertaken, the series of interrelated steps that are undertaken to achieve a particular goal. The functions of management must be performed systematically in an orderly manner and in a particular sequence. Now, we have also seen that management process consists of planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling functions. So, we can say that management is a process. Management is an integrated process because it brings together human, physical, and financial resources and combines their efforts for a particular goal. It is a continuous process, it does not come to an end. If the organization goes on, management has to go on. It is an iterative process. That means that certain functions have to be undertaken again and again. And it is a social process because management deals with human beings. And you have to understand the psychology of human beings. You have to work with them. You have to motivate them so that the goals of the organization can be achieved. Management is also a universal process because it is not only applied in a business organization, but it is applied in all types of organizations, irrespective of the nature and the objectives. It may be a cultural organization, it can be a religious organization, it can be a political organization, or it can be a business organization. Wherever we have a group of people working together, management is essential. E.F.L. Breck, a great management thinker, had said, management is a social process entailing responsibility for the effective and economic planning and regulation of the operations of an enterprise in fulfillment of a given purposed task. So we can say that management is a social process. It involves judgment, it involves decision making, and it guides, integrates, motivates, and supervises the work of people who are working in the organization to achieve the goals of the organization.